The year is 2025, and humanoid robots aren't just lab projects anymore. They're stepping into homes, hospitals, and factories in ways we couldn't imagine a few years ago. Some make you forget they're machines with a single glance. Others move with muscle-like fibers instead of gears. A few are already stacking boxes in warehouses. And yes, there are still those designed purely to entertain and surprise. From a mecha, who makes people laugh mid-conversation and draws us into the world of social robots, to Optimus, who lifts and balances like a factory worker, showing strength on the floor. That's why in this video we're counting down the top 25 humanoid robots of 2025. Let's begin with a Headforms ELF V1. A Headforms ELF V1 doesn't try to walk, lift, or build anything. It focuses on the hardest human skill, feeling present. The Head and Shoulders unit uses silicone skin and finely actuated eyes and brows. It tracks faces, mirrors expressions, and holds eye contact long enough to make you forget there's a mechanism underneath. The engineers call this physical AI, and the goal is obvious once you see it respond. Not just a smile on a mask, a reaction that lands. The system uses cameras and emotion reading software so the head notices small clues in your voice and posture. Then it answers in kind, with lip-synced speech and subtle gestures. A tiny brow raise, a softer gaze. The effect is disarming. The hardware has dozens of degrees of freedom across the face, neck, and shoulders, so micro-movements stack into something lifelike. This isn't about torque or speed, it's about human trust. If a robot feels mechanical, people hold back. When it looks and moves human-like, trust comes faster. A Headform wants robots that remember, respond, and build emotional bonds. A reassuring presence for therapy rooms, classrooms, and care spaces. A face that meets you where you are. From that human trust focus to full conversation, a mecha takes the same social frontier and turns the dial to 11. Built in the UK, it's a head and torso robot made to show expressions. Over 6 actuation points in the face let it blink, grin, wince, and slip into surprise without breaking flow. People talk. A mecha reacts. The timing sells it. Integrated conversational AI lets the robot trade jokes, volley follow-ups, and keep eye contact while its hands punctuate each line. In demos, a mecha even drew a cat based on a prompt, moving the marker with a simple signature flourish. The drawing was basic. The coordination wasn't. Face, voice, gaze, and gesture moved together like a real person sketching while thinking aloud. A mecha doesn't walk, but that hardly matters. It's a social robot platform meant to live at front desks, education labs, and trade show floors where making a connection matters. The win here isn't a backflip. It's that the conversation feels welcoming and just a bit witty. You lean in because a mecha leans back. From social expression to living motion, Protoclone takes a different route. Where most humanoids rely on motors and gearboxes, this UK team is chasing synthetic muscle, not a metaphor. Artificial myofiber actuators that contract like biological tissue. You can see them working because much of the body is still exposed. Early prototypes wear partial silicone skin over a scaffolding of flexing fibers and tendons. It's uncanny in a good way. Finger joints curl with a human rhythm. Forearm muscles tense and relax through a gesture. The company's separate hand project is already famous for fine manipulation, and they've pushed pound-level finger forces while preserving delicate control. That combination is the point. Strength that breathes. Motion that reads as alive. Protoclone isn't a factory worker yet. It's a research platform for musculoskeletal control, dexterity, and lifelike skins that can survive real use. The path is clear. Full coverage in synthetic skin, better control loops, richer sensing, and a body that feels less like a machine and more like a person in motion. Less clank, more glide. From living motion to public presence, Sophia sits at the intersection of media, research, and myth. Activated in 2016, she became the world's most famous humanoid almost overnight. Her face uses soft rubber skin and can show many emotions. Her eyes follow you. Her lips shape words clearly. Inside, speech tools and chat AI let Sophia talk in real time, tell a joke, and then switch to a serious answer without getting stuck. She can recognize people, read basic emotions, and pick a matching tone. The public moments made history. Saudi citizenship in 2017, late-night interviews, panels. She even made simple portraits during art sessions, and they sold as digital art. Sophia is often a symbol first and a lab platform second, but symbols still matter. The robot introduced millions to the idea that humanoids could show presence and do it with a face that reads as human on camera. Today, that role continues as a testing ground for human-robot interaction. How a brow lift changes a conversation. How a pause before an answer changes trust. It's not about how much work a machine does. It's about how people feel. From public presence to everyday help at home, meet Neo Gamma from 1X. This robot is built for home use, and everything about it says it's safe in your living room. The body has a soft cover, a knit suit, and padding, with flexible tendon-driven joints. It's quiet. It looks like it belongs near furniture and kids. It has 360-degree vision with cameras and LiDAR, and the company's visual manipulation model is trained on a wide range of objects. That matters when you're cleaning a kitchen that never looks the same twice. Neo Gamma walks with a natural gait, squats for items on the floor, and picks up clutter without drama. In recent demos, it tidied up, served, and chatted like a polite helper, not a scary guard robot. The plan is to start in-home pilots, and the features explain why. Conversation for guidance, learning from demos, and a design that fits into a home instead of taking over. Think chores first, then companionship, tutoring, or a helpful presence in an office lobby. This robot shows restraint, many small, smart choices instead of one flashy trick. Do you think humanoid robots will be more helpful or more risky in the next 10 years? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious where you stand. From small, smart choices at home to big, bold motion, Atlas is still the benchmark. For years, Boston Dynamics used it as a canvas for locomotion. Jumps, vaults, balance recoveries that shouldn't be possible at human scale. That foundation just met a new kind of brain. Large behavior models now link vision, body sense, and language into one system that understands simple commands and turns them into smooth, coordinated whole-body moves. Tell Atlas to stack the blue boxes. It figures out the grasp and the footsteps, then does it with grace. Under the hood are learning models trained on many sensor signals and clear goals. In simple words, one controller learns to decide where to step and how to move the hands at the same time. That change turns Atlas from an athletic demo into a general skills demo. It still isn't a product. It won't show up on a loading dock tomorrow, but it points to a future where one model runs the whole body and keeps improving as the data grows. The moves are still jaw-dropping. The intelligence is the headline. From big, bold motion to human care, Fourier's GR3 asks a different question. What if a humanoid's main job is care, not lifting boxes? The design looks friendly on purpose. Soft outer shell, neutral colors, cushioned surfaces, and rounded edges that feel more like furniture than machinery. Height lands around average human stature, with dozens of joints for fluid motion. But the defining feature is perception fused with feeling. Cameras, structured light, and a mic array feed a multimodal emotional engine alongside touch sensors under the skin. A pat on the arm is data. Smiles and whispers are, too. GR3 can track eyes, respond to gentle contact, and even vary its stepping style to show mood. Playful, calm, attentive. It moves like it's aware you're there. The platform is modular with public APIs, so developers can tailor behaviors for homes, clinics, schools, and elder care centers. It can walk, bend, and squat for daily tasks, then slow its tempo for a greeting or a check-in. This isn't a hard hat assistant, it's a companion that happens to carry. If you're finding this video valuable, please subscribe. It means a lot, and it's the best way to join our community as we keep exploring the future of AI and robots together. From gentle care to factory work, Optimus is Tesla's long bet. The body looks familiar. Human size, human reach, human hands. It focuses on what matters in real spaces, steady balance so it can take a shove and recover, payloads around 44 pounds, and hands gentle enough to hold fragile items. Tesla uses the same vision tech from its cars to help the robot spot people and objects. The training idea is simple. Show, don't code. People demonstrate a task, and the robot repeats it and gets better. The plan starts with repeatable jobs, assembly, packing, and line support, where seeing and balance turn into steady work. In tests, the hands look precise yet still lift well. That mix, plus Tesla's strength in manufacturing, is the pitch. Take a general humanoid and scale it with what Tesla already knows about production. In the near term, expect factories and logistics, with disaster response and elder care later. Bold, yes, but grounded in tasks people do today. From factory floors to hospital halls, Neura's 4NE1 rounds out the set with a healthcare focus and a sensory skin. The body is tall, with weight placed low for stability. It walks at a safe speed for hallways and rooms. The surface matters most. Soft artificial skin with pressure sensors wraps the body so it feels contact before there's a problem. The hands, arms, wrists, and ankles have force torque sensors for careful moves. Stereo 3D cameras watch the scene while the torso keeps balance. The carry limits are modest on purpose, enough to help, but not enough to be risky in a home or ward. It's built to pick up objects, hand them over, and use doors and stairs without causing a scene. Think simple chores in a smart home. Think bringing medicine to a busy nurse. It's early, and much of the work still happens on show floors and in labs, but the goal is clear. A kind helper bot that can share space with people who need attention. Start small with R1. It's a student-friendly robot that turns those goals into hands-on practice. It stands a little over 1 meter tall. Wide binocular cameras help it see, and a 4-mic array helps it hear in every direction. An 8-core computer runs vision and motion, and stereo speakers make it feel natural to talk to. Each leg has 6 joints and each arm has 5, plus a 2-axis waist and head, about 24 joints total for smooth, human-like moves. The smart battery pops out and back in without shutting down, so work doesn't stop while charging. R1 is built for precise control, low weight, and long sessions. A friendly way to explore embodied AI in classrooms, labs, and maker spaces. Now step up from R1's classroom body to a national testbed built to prove ideas at full scale. Qinglong V3 is the big, careful one. It's a full-size 2-leg robot with a bionic torso and 43 powered joints. It runs on very strong computers, think hundreds of trillions of operations each second, so it can keep its balance, even on ramps. Its hands can feel force, so they can pick and separate small, delicate items on command. Motors rated around 400 Newton meters give it the muscle to steady itself when the weight shifts. With voice plus vision, you can say what you want, and it links your words to actions without constant help. The team has open-sourced its control brain and plans a new Zodiac-named model every year as it moves from flashy demos to small industrial pilots. It's not just a robot. It's a message that the country aims to catch up fast in general-purpose humanoids. If Qinglong is the national testbed, OLI is the builder's kit you can grow over time. It's about human height and medium weight. It has 31 powered joints and a modular spine. You can swap the arms, torso, and sensors as your project changes. There are 3 versions: Light for basic labs, EDU for teaching and tinkering, and Super for full development with stronger sensing and power. Under the shell, our OS-based software kit gives access to vision, motion, and planning, so teams can build perception-to-action loops without a black box. Oli isn't chasing parkour videos. It's a practical robot body for embodied AI, logistics research and development, service robotics trials, and classrooms that want open, hands-on hardware they can change. If you could bring one of these robots into your home or workplace right now, which one would it be? I'd love to hear your pick in the comments below. Now shift from a builder's kit to a people-facing helper. Agibot A2 steps into front desks, hospital corridors, and airport gates. The body stands around 1.69 meters and about 152 pounds with more than 40 joints. But what sets it apart is how it perceives people. A 360-degree LiDAR maps the room. Several cameras, RGB, depth, and fisheye track shapes and gestures. A microphone array locks onto voices, and a chest screen shows quick info at a glance. The software uses AI that understands language and visuals, so it can recognize faces, find where sounds come from, and even read lips when the room is noisy. There are versions for different jobs. A2 for front-of-house help, A2W on wheels for steady transport, and A2 Max for heavier work. The goal is steady help, guiding visitors, fetching items, and supporting staff, where kindness, safety, and reliable navigation matter more than speed. Now move from A2's welcome desk to the factory floor. Meet Apollo. Strong, safe, and easy to understand. The Texas-built humanoid is roughly 5'8" and 160 pounds, with enough force to lift about 55 pounds in a single arm, yet its joints are torque-controlled so accidental bumps stay gentle. Hot swappable battery packs keep the shift going, about 4 hours each, then a quick swap, then back to work. The face and chest displays aren't for show. They communicate status, prompt interactions, and reduce friction on crowded floors. That clarity is why real factories are testing it. One car company tested Apollo on an assembly line, and a global logistics company is trying it on pallet and tote jobs. It isn't trying to replace every role. It's built to share space with people, move heavy things reliably, and show its next move so crews can trust it. Now move from factory strength to flexible help across many tasks. Figure 02 aims wider, a general assistant that learns across jobs. It's about human size and weight, with hands and arms made to use tools and do fine moves. The big difference is its training pipeline and a single model called Helix. One brain for both warehouse picks and home chores. It learns from demos, plain instructions, and video. In public demos, it did simple home tasks like moving clothes from a basket into a washer. That's the same sense plan act chain you need for bins and totes on a real line. It can handle loads around 44 pounds, which puts it in the useful range for light manufacturing. The plan looks both ways. Logistics partners on one side and everyday tasks on the other, coming together as the model improves. The idea is easy to say but hard to build. One system that adapts as the job changes. Now shift from Figure 02's one brain, many tasks approach to the thinking side. Sanctuary's Phoenix tackles the same goal with planning and reasoning. This is a 6th-generation platform with human-like hands packed with sensors. Its AI control stack, called Carbon, mixes language-level planning with simple, structured reasoning. Say what you need, stock these shelves, clear that station, and it figures out the steps instead of replaying canned moves. It has been tested in real stores under supervision. The team says it can learn new tasks quickly, cutting the teach phase from weeks to about a day as the library grows. The goal isn't flash, it's coverage. Retail, warehousing, offices, and elder care. Places that need dexterity and a system that can turn plain instructions into actions without a rewrite every time the environment changes. Now swing back to Unitree for the other half of this story. Meet G1, the bigger sibling to R1. It's a compact, full-size humanoid built for agility, easy transport, and a lower price. It walks, crouches, and stabilizes across uneven terrain, and in public tests you can see it recover after shoulder pushes without drama. The perception stack mixes depth sensing and LiDAR for 3D vision, plus a 4-mic array and onboard compute pairing an 8-core CPU with an optional GPU. Here's the clever part after the job ends. The body folds almost in half at the waist. It shrinks from about 1.32 meters, about 4.3 feet, to a size you can stow and carry much more easily than a typical lab robot. At a price aimed at universities and small teams, it shows up in more places, learns in more rooms, and grows its skill set with every update. Zooming in from the big picture, K2 stands about 175 centimeters tall and weighs around 75 kilograms. Industrial muscle that anchors this lineup before we pivot to softer, social designs like Pepper. On the outside, K2 looks human, but inside it's built like tough factory gear. It has 52 moving joints that give it a wide range of motion and more than 80 sensors sending live data. Each arm can lift about 15 kilograms without strain. Roller screw actuators keep its movement smooth and accurate, even under load. K2 is made for long shifts. It runs over 8 hours on one charge and recharges in about an hour. Its computer handles real-time vision, mapping, and planning. At iCray 2025, the team showed a new skill. Say a simple instruction and one policy makes the legs, torso, and hands work together to finish the task. No mode switching. Walk, reach, grab, and place happen as one learned flow. In hallway tests, it greeted people, moved through crowds, and stayed in sync with nearby robots. This isn't just a lab demo anymore. Kepler is already trying K2 on lines and in warehouses for machine tending, kitting, and light assembly. Jobs where both speed and safety matter. The idea is simple. Put it next to human workers and remove the most repetitive, tiring tasks. Now we pivot from factory muscle to friendly faces. Pepper comes from an earlier era with a different job, talking to people, not lifting parts. It's a 1.2 meter, about 62-pound social robot on wheels with a tablet on its chest. Its body has 19 moving joints for friendly gestures. Cameras, a depth sensor, 4 microphones, sonar, and laser rangefinders help it see faces, hear voices, and notice nearby obstacles. Pepper's emotion engine tries to read basic feelings from your face and voice, then shows simple animations and replies. It speaks many languages and spent years greeting people in shops, banks, airports, and schools. Kids used it to learn coding. Travelers asked it for directions. In those roles, it could run for almost a full day on one charge. Production stopped in 2021, but Pepper didn't disappear. Today, it's still in classrooms and research labs as a handy platform for human-robot interaction. From Pepper's people skills, we pivot back to factory speed. Aeon blends two worlds, wheels for long hauls and legs when the floor gets tricky. Aeon hides small omni-wheels in its feet. On smooth floors, it rolls fast and turns quickly. When the path gets tricky, it stands up and walks like a regular two-legged robot. Roll on wheels to cover distance. Plant the feet to climb stairs or handle bumps. Aeon also has hot swappable batteries so shifts can run back-to-back without long charging breaks. It carries the usual warehouse tools, sensors and cameras for perception and mapping, plus software for picking and moving objects. The idea is simple. Don't just match a person's pace. Beat it over long stretches, then use legs to stay stable when the floor changes. From Aeon's wheels plus legs built for long hauls, we shift to a smaller bot that shows pure agility. PM01 is the flashy athlete of the list. Engine AI built a small humanoid with 24 joints and a wild trick. Its torso can twist about 320 degrees. That lets it use unusual poses for balance and handling objects. It can run up to about 2 meters per second, around 4.5 miles per hour, which is fast for a small two-legged robot. In stage demos, PM01 even did a front flip and landed cleanly. It uses LiDAR and a head camera that sees color and depth, plus a touchscreen on its chest for quick inputs. Inside, a desktop-class Nuke computer runs the robot, with an optional Jetson for extra power. The main goal today is education and research. Students can program it and learn how AI controls a real robot body. Later, the same hardware could try light service jobs, but right now the big draw is agility and quick response. After PM01's flashy flips, we switch to steady, everyday work. Walker S2 aims for dependable service. Walker S2 is about 1.62 meters tall. It can grab objects, open doors, and climb stairs with a steady walk. In demos, it picked up items and moved small furniture without showing off. Its best trick is power management. Walker S2 can dock itself and swap its 2 battery packs in about 3 minutes. That keeps it running without a person helping. It walks on legs, but also has small wheels in its feet, so it can take careful steps or slide sideways in tight spaces. The company plans it for factories, offices, hospitals, and other public places. Move supplies, guide visitors, keep daily tasks going while people handle the unusual cases. It's built for steady, reliable work, not viral videos. From Walker S2's steady, practical style, we shift to a showpiece. Cyber 1 is Xiaomi's statement piece. It's about 177 centimeters tall and weighs around 52 kilograms. It has 21 moving joints in its head, arms, and legs. The face is not skin. It's an 11-inch curved OLED that works as the eyes and mouth. The screen can smile, frown, or show quick info while you talk to it. The MySense head uses depth cameras and other vision to spot faces and gestures and to read simple emotions. It can also recognize common sounds and make a map of the room so it walks safely. Cyber One is a showcase, not a product you can buy widely. Xiaomi uses it to test ideas in perception, batteries, and interaction that could go into future devices. The goal is to show it can build a full humanoid robot and make it feel warm and easy to understand. From Cyber One's Showpiece, we step down in size. Before we head back to warehouse work with Nix from Lumos goes small, friendly, and focused on education. It's a small, child-sized humanoid with a friendly, stylized face. Early demos show simple movement and social presence, waving, dancing, and answering by voice. It isn't built to lift heavy things or do rough work. In fact, public clips suggest the current unit doesn't have working arms yet, so manipulation isn't the focus. Instead, Nix is meant for classrooms and labs as an easy way to explore modern AI. Its size and price fit those spaces. Think of it as the next step after older teaching robots, updated with today's vision and voice tools. The goal isn't to replace workers, it's to spark curiosity and give students a safe robot to learn with. From Nix's classroom focus, we finish in the warehouse. Digit closes the set with scale and logistics discipline. Built by Agility Robotics, it's about 5 feet 11 inches tall and made for warehouses. Its legs bend backward like a bird's, so it walks steadily over gaps and bumpy floors. It can lift about 35 pounds and carry bins from one station to another without tiring. LiDAR, cameras, and motion sensors guide it, and it can park itself at a charger to keep the fleet running. Tests with big partners already show Digit moving bins in real warehouses. It also has safety tools like emergency stop buttons and remote monitoring, because trust matters as much as speed. It's one of the first humanoids you can point to and say, it's doing real work today, not just training. From labs to living rooms, from classrooms to factory floors, these 25 humanoids show just how far 2025 has taken us. Some are built for trust, some for strength, and some for pure connection. But together, they paint a clear picture. Robots are no longer science fiction. They're starting to share our spaces in real ways. That's our countdown of the top 25 humanoids of 2025. Which one surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next step in this fast-moving story. The future is walking toward us, one robot at a time.